Hello everybody, welcome to another van life tour video. Today I'm here with
Herb from Herb's Element, guys. Thank you, Miguel, for doing a tour on my car. So this is a 2003 Honda Element, and it is a EX model, right? That's the one with the moonroof and everything, four-wheel drive. And yeah, I've had it for just about 2 years now. My pup Hades. Come, bud. Yeah, good boy. I'm Herb, and I live in my element. Let me show you guys around here. Right here, as you see, I got two different colors going on. I got a black hood with a forest emerald green color, and this is all wrap. The wrap was done by me and my dad, actually, so pretty cool. And then for my side trim down here, I do have it sprayed with bed liner, because I wasn't feeling how well the color was changing, the sun damage, I guess you could say, and I didn't want to do a back to black look, so I decided to paint it. And it's kind of more like battle scars now, because every time something flies up from the road and hits you, you kind of just get a little worn, which I kind of like. Let's see, down here I got some Wild Peak Falcon tires along with Falcon wheels right there, so pretty cool.
what size are your tires?
They are 16 by, let's see.
225, 65, 17.
There we go, 17s. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I am on a Honda Rescue Garage 1.5-inch lift as well. And I'm pretty happy with that lift. But lately, I've been thinking of actually going a little bit bigger. So my friend Isa has a 3-inch lift on his, and it's kind of making me wish that I had also done a 3-inch lift. I had initially done it just because I wanted there to be more of a gap for my tire fitment, but now I'm just like, whenever I park next to somebody, I look a little bit more squatted and lower, and it would definitely be nice to have a bigger little look to the car. As we move back a little more, I actually have got quite a few new things on my roof. So this right here is a brand new 270 awning that I just recently made with my dad. And there's actually a video of us making it that's super recent. We just did it a couple days ago. So once again, if you go check out the links in Miguel's down description, you'll be able to find that as well. The roof rack that I have up here was bought from Amazon, and I believe I spent $170 on it. And I cut it up. I cut up that roof rack, a brand new roof rack, and the reason I did that was because I wanted to get through to the moonroof back here. So I cut 7 bars just so I could lift up my moonroof and clear it. So yeah, the moonroof comes completely out whenever I want it to.
I think that's one of the best parts of the Element, right?
It's honestly my favorite part. Like, I knew when I was going to be getting this car that it needed to be 4-wheel drive and it needed to have the moonroof. And at the time, I didn't know that those two just came together like that. So yeah, I was just like, all right, these are the things I want. And yeah, I found it just like that. If I take you around to the other side, you'll actually see something else that we made. And it is, hey, what's up, Paige? What's up, pup? What's up? Oh, you're hopping. It's this right here. So it's currently empty, but this is a water storage container that we made. And you could actually pressurize it. It's got a Schrader valve right here. So you just take that off and bam, add a air compressor and then turn that bad boy and you get water. But like I said, it's not filled up right now. right here, I also have some AVS rain guards. I know the OEM ones actually hang down a little bit lower, and so I'm on the look for those just so I could have like my front windows opened a little bit more at night. I do like having that crack for wind and whatnot. And for the other thing that I also have are these OEM Honda Element side step bars right here, the runner boards. And I painted them black, and I freaking love those things. Welcome to the back of the Element, guys. And right down here, we actually got some arms from Element 44. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah. All right. And so right back here, we have my flag that I recently got from Element Society, and that was from the Santa Cruz meet. That was pretty awesome. I'm glad I picked that up. And over here, since my hatch, when I picked this bad boy up, the trunk area was already damaged. I had like problems right here where it was rusting and just kind of bacony. So I said, hey, let's just drill some holes into it and add a gas canister back here. And so I literally just drilled holes and installed the gas canister back here. And it does come off with locking attachments, and I have my Legend of Zelda shield to kind of just block it all off right there. And I got the sword to match.
That's pretty cool, and also it adds a little bit of who you are, right?
Yeah.
Or what you like.
There's been times where like I'm sleeping, and I'll like, if I'm sleeping in a downtown area, people will be walking by and they'll be like, is that a Legend of Zelda shield? And I'm like, the one thing I'm always scared is somebody's gonna take it. Like I'm just gonna wake up one morning and my Legend of Zelda stuff's not gonna be there no more.
You get like a few kids coming and trying to like play with it too.
You know, you just hear, you're like, they're messing with my stuff. Oh,
That's
man.
pretty cool. And I saw you have a few stickers over there.
Yeah. So this right here is part of my first run of stickers that I ever made. I only had 100 of these made, and I probably only have 4 more orders left. And for these, I'm selling them. You get 4 of them for $5, and I will ship them out to you. And then right here, since I got the Honda Rescue Garage lift, also repping their sticker as well. And Element Society, love you guys. Always doing the best work for the Elements.
And one of the things that I appreciate and I like a lot about your channel is that everything that you guys seeing right here, the brab, the awning, the portable shower, I mean, even the lift, it's just been either worked by yourself with the help of your dad or with the help of friends, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like, Dana, Young Static, we like knocked out this lift in basically, I would say 4 hours. I just went over to chill at his house and I was like, oh yeah, I got this lift. And he's like, let's put it on. And so we put it on. And then even for the roof basket most recently, when we did that, I took it over to him because he could also weld. And so I had him weld an extra bar up there so I could mount it onto the OEM roof rack. So that was pretty awesome of him. But yeah, man, it's all built with friends and love. I mean, even with you, when I went down to LA and we did stuff, you guys fixed my AC in like 2 seconds. You're like, oh, this is unplugged, and you just plugged it back in. Like that's crazy.
That's nice to know, brother.
Right.
And also you have a video how to wrap an Element, right?
Yeah, I do actually. So that video is me and my dad wrapping the Honda Element as well. And I believe it took us just about 3 days to get it all done. So let's go ahead and get inside of it real quick.
Sounds good, but before you show us the inside of your Element, you live in your Element, right? With your dog.
Yes I do. And you're gonna see that when we get in there. So
I'm excited to see it. Especially that you're living with a dog, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
you need extra stuff.
You know, you do. Like, you could see right away, like, as soon as I open the door, you got Hades food, like, right here. So, you know, you got your Purina dog chow. Help them keep a nice healthy coat. And then back here is my whole bed. So let me just, there we go. Yeah. This thing is built for comfort, okay? I'm 100% comfort back here. I don't think I'd be able to do this if I wasn't comfortable.
That looks pretty comfy right here.
Oh yeah.
And this one becomes like a full bed.
Yeah, so basically before I had my fridge set up that I had gotten from a subscriber, my whole passenger seat would fold down and become part of the bed. So pretty much you would see other people's builds and they normally do a half bed. For me, I like to be comfortable. I'm not always in this thing. I like to go out and, you know, do whatever I need to go do. And honestly, if I need to sit, bam, I'm fine sitting right here. And, you know, I just kind of have a little table, and there will be times where like I'll set it up and just like kind of close the doors on it. And, you know, let's see. Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't look stable, but like sometimes I'll shove it right into there and like I could get things done pretty quickly. But other times, like I just use it to like eat on. So that's something that I picked up in Santa Cruz, and now I kind of just use it for an all-around whatever thing. But yeah, I mean, really, really, really comfortable in here. You just kind of get in and bam, you're laying down.
There is
chilling.
enough space for like 2 people and a dog for
Yeah,
sure.
easily. So a lot of pillows, but I mean, that's like for whatever. I mean, you could see for me, this is like all I really need. And then Hades will sleep right here, or like he'll even sleep on the floor. He just kind of does whatever. But right here, I got my iPad right there, and yeah, you know. So if I need to watch TV, I got my drinks. Yeah, I'm pretty set.
And that moonroof over there is just...
Dude. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine an element without having that moonroof.
Yeah.
Right now
like,
that I see it.
Like without having this, ooh, and
just,
like I'm always constantly washing it too, so I could make sure that I have a good view out of it, because.
And also it's a good way to get some airflow when your dog is inside, right? When you're busy doing anything.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's the one thing people always worry, like, oh, your dog's trapped inside. I'm like, this fan is constantly going, and it's charged by my Jackeries, so I don't really worry too much about it. And then even then, like, I will like have windows down and whatnot. So I basically showed you guys me laying on my whole bed system and whatnot. But you're probably wondering, what is your bed made out of? And honestly, if you come right here, all it is old pallets. So these are plastic pallets that I picked up from my old job. I cut them, and it's perfect for storing. You know, I just have bins right down here, and they slide right out, slide right back in. The whole back end of it, like underneath, will hold 3 bins on each side. So I got pretty decent amount of storage. And the pallet is really, really strong. I know everybody normally builds their whole setup out of wood, but because I'm a bigger gentleman, the wood would kind of, you know, crack and shift, and I didn't like hearing that. So we went with plastic, and it's definitely a lot stronger. I haven't had any bowing or anything. Super, super comfortable. So really happy about that. Me and Hades, we've been living in this element for, we're actually coming up on a year now. In October, it'll be a full year. So currently we're at like 11 months, which is crazy to think about, when I was like, oh, I'll just do this for a little while to save up money for rent. So I had originally started doing this because I wanted to save money. I was like, okay, I'll live in my car for 3 months. And then 3 months came and went, and I was like, man, I could actually really do this. And so I said, I'm not going to go back to an apartment. What's the point? I'll just be wasting my hard-earned money on renting. And so, especially for San Jose, rent is so expensive. So I just continued to live out of my car and put money in savings, and I did maintenance upgrades to her to make sure that she'd be running tip top, and I've taken this thing all the way across country and back, and I had no problems whatsoever. So, and I would honestly feel comfortable as she sits right now, taking her all the way back across country again and back again. So that's how reliable I honestly believe that this car is. It's pretty great. It's pretty great knowing that you have like something so reliable that will get you wherever you need to go. So the way I store my clothes is actually, I like to think it's unique, because I know everybody else sets aside like cabinets and whatnot, but for me, like where I have my clothes are actually in pillows. So I mean, this is my shorts pillows case, so all my shorts and chones are, in there. And then I have another pillowcase, which is for shirts. And so, bam, cuts down on, areas that you need to store clothing by just having everything in pillowcases. And sometimes I fold them, sometimes I don't. Things come out wrinkly, but I mean, over time, throughout the day, like from wearing it, it just kind of de-wrinkles. And for dirty clothes, I actually have a whole nother pillowcase, and yeah, I need to go do laundry. So basically, once this thing gets halfway, which it's a little more than halfway, that means it's time to go do laundry. Like I said earlier, I do have a fridge in here as well that's ran off of my Jackeries. I actually picked up a 500 watt Jackery just to make sure that I could run my fridge whenever I needed to. So this Jackery right here runs the fridge and the fan full time, and then the little Jackery 300 will charge my phone and basically whatever else I need to throw on there. Just kind of come over here and pop, and there's nothing in there right now except for a Warhead sour alcoholic beverage, and those things are literally a war crime. They're horrible, so that's why it hasn't been drinking yet. And then in this cooler, I actually have my food storage. So sourdough bread, that's a must. Ramen, tortillas, mashed potatoes, anything that's dried or seasoning in oil, it all goes into here. So oh, I wanted to climb the slant.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Got that made, and yeah, I'm just like, whoa. So here's the rear. I got an emergency kit right here, so if you ever need help, I got you. I got fluids, and I got more coffee. Got a lot of coffee. I love coffee. Tools, chargers, everything that you could possibly need right back here, and even more chargers for my Jackeries, an extra leash for Hades, because you never know. And yeah, so that all kind of just goes back there. And then, like I was saying, we got storage for days, so you got more tools. This is car parts, and like I was saying, you can go all the way. You go all the way through, and then right up through the front, that's the very first bin that's got all my cooking materials. So
Lots of space.
lots of space. Lots of space to store all the goodies. I do, and the spare tire's actually still in the actual spare tire area. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, all right. So right here we actually have my tattoo case, and you got a sticker right there. Tattoo machine. Don't tamper with it. And so yeah, you just kind of bring it right over here, and got transfer paper, and it's kind of a mess, but there's my main machine right here, and I have my sterilized needles and everything else in a different bag in a different area. So yeah, quick, easy, just grab it and go. Bam. Rah. And that goes right there. And I'm sure you guys have probably noticed, especially from this angle, you'll see all my stickers and pins that I have pushed up into the board and stuck on. It's very heavily anime inspired, and I am a huge anime fan. So I mean, even right here, you have this living that ramen life, you know. And you got Studio Ghibli right here. You got a Soot Sprite and also Calcifer little charms. And I like playing video games, so there's Zenyatta from Overwatch.
And I noticed your headliner is black.
Yes, yes. So there's something that I've done with every car that I always get. I always end up painting the headliner, or at least the inside of the car, black. So you'll see all the way from the back and even to the headliner, it was all sprayed by me or dyed. This was actually Rit dye, black Rit dye, and then everything else, the walls were all spray painted.
It came out really good. It looks OEM, the headliner.
That's what I was trying to go for, was like OEM look, yeah.
Harv, thank you so much for showing me your element, your house on wheels.
Of course.
And pretty sure you're gonna inspire some people if they wanna, take the decision to move into their car.
Yeah.
It can be for X reasons. Can you maybe share an advice about, like people who are thinking to move into their cars?
Yeah, some advice for sure. I would honestly say testing is like one of the biggest things. Like if you're even thinking about it, it doesn't matter what you have. Like I mean, I literally threw a pallet in here and called it a done day and just threw some pillows on top of it. But I mean, just go with what you have and test it out. See if you're comfortable in your car. For me, the biggest thing is being comfortable. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not going to enjoy my time. I won't be happy. And it's just a really big turnoff. So making sure that you're comfortable in a confined space, and that like your whole sleeping situation, like even if it's just going to be on seats, like you got to make sure that you're going to be okay with that. Another thing is, if you're going to have a pet with you, you're going to want to make sure that they're comfortable as well. I mean, like, look at this guy. He's so hyper right now. We need to hit up a dog park after this. So if you're going to have a pet with you, you definitely want to make sure to have food, extra water. Part of the reason why I also have this, you could like store just good old water in there, which drinking water is definitely a must, especially if you're going somewhere where there's not going to be a lot of it. Yeah, so I would definitely say comfortability. If you have a pet, make sure they're comfortable as well, and just don't be scared. Just go ahead and dive in and take that leap. Like even if you're just gonna be staying in your car, like in front of your apartment, and just giving it a test drive, like that means a lot right there. Shh. Hades, what? What? Huh? What? What do you want? Tell me what you want and I'll give it to you. Huh? You want the world? Huh? You want the world? Better? Alright. Yeah, so pretty much, guys, honestly, like, don't be scared. Just dive head first into it. And I say that because that's how I do things. I dive head first and I figure it out as I go. Like, that's my learning style. It's always been like that. Like, I just need to get in, get my hands dirty, figure out what I need, what I don't need. Part of this was also I wanted to start living a more minimalistic lifestyle. So it's like everything that's in the element is either gonna be something to satisfy my needs or something that I just enjoy doing. Everything has a place for something in here, so living below what you need is kind of like another goal that I have. Like I had a storage unit that I moved everything into, and I said, even this is too much. Like, I haven't seen that stuff in just about a year, so I got rid of almost everything in that storage unit. And the couple things that are like super sentimental, I told my parents, do you want this stuff, or else I'm gonna throw it away? And like, we'll take it. So it's sitting at their house now, and you know, it's theirs now. I don't consider it mine. They wanted it. Minimalistic lifestyle was definitely something that I was going for, and I think currently I have that. Yeah.
Thank you for the nice advice that you give us. Thank you again for showing us your element. This was Herb from Herb Element and his dog Hades.
Heck yeah, guys.
Thank
Check
you,
us
brother.
out.
Yeah, make sure that you check him out in YouTube. Again.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Check us out.
All right, brother.
Stellar.
Thank you.
You know it, man. Bam. But yeah, so there she is in all of her glory.